I'm pissed off.
Jesse, baby, why are you so angry? You got everything going for you. You need to tell mama why is it that you are so angry and what is going on. I don't want to see you in jail, boy. You just doing so well. Now, what is it that you done did?
The attacks. That's it, because it's the truth. Think of like, oh, it's not necessarily that you don't believe that this is the truth. You don't even want to see.
Now, Jesse, you may be an actor on Empire, but when it comes to my house, I know you. Now, you doing all this acting on TV, this is life, and we need to get this together. So stop all that shenanigans and just tell me the truth.
The truth in Chicago and France. There was no food. And so I went out to Walgreens thinking that they were 24 hours and to have a smoke.
Now, was you going to smoke the good stuff or was you going to smoke the local stuff? Because you smoke the good stuff and then you have the munchies. You don't have the munchies and then smoke the good stuff.
When they say things like that, because it's like Subway is open 24 hours for a reason. So that when you're hungry at night and you ain't got no food.
Boy, you need to calm down right now. You don't talk to me that way. I know about food. You think you the next gay Tupac? Okay. Okay. Keep playing. Keep playing.
You go to Subway and got the order during that time. And I say, yo, call me when you can. He called me immediately. And while he was on the phone, I heard, as I was crossing the intersection, I heard Empire.
Oh my goodness. You done said the wrong thing, boy. Now you know you in trouble. Now you know. You know you done effed up, right? Okay, I'm just letting you know. You know you done effed up. Okay, go home with your story.
And I don't answer to Empire. My name ain't Empire. And I didn't answer. I kept walking and then I heard Empire. Answer to Empire. My name ain't Empire. And I didn't answer. I kept walking and then I heard Empire masked. And he said, this MAGA country.
What kind of gang is called MAGA country? What kind of gang is called MAGA country? Boy, you're going to make me call 50 cents. You're going to make me call 50 cents because we're going to get to the bottom of this.
Punches me right in the face. So I punched his ass back.
Oh, Jesse, we all know you can't whoop yourself out of a wet paper bag, but you go ahead, boy. You go ahead. This is your story. You tell it. Oh, my goodness. You just need to shut up, Jesse. Just shut up.
And then we started tussling. You know, it was very icy. And we ended up tussling by the stairs. Fighting. There was a second person involved who was kicking me in my back. And then it just stopped. And
it just stopped, Jesse? Why would it just stop? Okay. Go ahead, boy. Go ahead.
They ran off.
These two men just ran off. Okay. We got it, Jesse. We're with you. Go ahead. Tell your story.
And I saw where they ran. And the phone was in my pocket, but it had fallen out. And it was sitting there. And my manager was still on the phone. So I picked up the phone and I said, Brandon. And he's like, what's going on? And I said, I was just jumped. And then I looked down and I see that there's a rope around my neck. I noticed the rope around my neck and I started screaming. And I said, there's a rope around my neck. They saw this, and you know, right here or whatever. But I can't tell you what color their eyes were. I can't tell you. And I did not see anything except the second person I saw running away. And the first person, yeah, I saw his stature. I gave the description as best as I could. You have to understand also that it's Chicago in winter. People can wear ski masks and nobody's gonna...
Two people of interest. Have you seen that image? Mm-hmm. And do you believe that they could possibly be the attackers?
I do.
What is it?
Doubt in my mind that that's them. Never did.
Please.
You know, there's a level of pride there. We live in a society where, as a gay man, you were considered somehow to be weak. And I'm not weak. I am not weak. And we are, as a people, are not weak. So, I mean, I can accept that there was pride there. There's also privacy. You know, at the end of the day, look what has happened. You know, look what has happened. So, I'm glad that Frank called the police. I'm glad that we reported it. Neck, you know, like the little, the rope burn around my neck. And then I smelled bleach. I know the smell of bleach.
She's not believing you, Jussie. Just shut your mouth, boy. You don't know when to stop. You don't believe fat meat's greasy.
I was like, there's bleach on me too. So when the police came, I kept the clothes on. I kept the...
You kept the noose around your neck and you ate the sandwich? Okay, we're done. Case closed. He don't believe fat meat's greasy. Okay, we're done. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Jussie.
The rope.
So you had the rope on the entire time?
I mean, it wasn't like wrapped around, but yeah, it was around because I wanted them to see. I wanted them to see what this was. I told them what happened, everything. I also asked them to turn their body cams off because they were trying to stay in the hallway. And I was like, please just come in. Like, I don't want a big scene with my neighbors and with like the second round of police officers. I went down like the little, the rope burn around my neck. And then I smelled bleach. I know the smell of bleach. And I saw on my sweatshirt, it had marks on it, like spots on it, when you have a bad bleach job. So then I was like, there's bleach on me too. So when the police came, I kept the clothes on. I kept the rope happened, and I walked them through exactly what happened. And I looked up and I saw that there was a camera directly on the light post that is in the intersection. So I'm like, there it is. And then the detective told me that the camera inside of the casing was facing north. So they didn't have it. And that was disappointing.
You know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're going to Subway. Sub-Zero.
Subway is open 24 hours. Like, people kill me when they say things like that because it's like Subway is open 24 hours for a reason. So that when you're hungry at night and you ain't got no food, you go to Subway. The camera...
Jussie, you getting on everybody's nerves just because you got the munchies. Now, she's not believing you either. You want to get sassy with her, you go right ahead. Boy, bye.
Facing north. How is that my issue? It feels like if I had said it was a Muslim or Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters would have supported me a lot much more.
Boy, you would have been better off saying it was somebody black or Mexican, because then the police wouldn't have came and you wouldn't be in this mess. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
People that are trying to separate us, and it's just not okay. Report something, maybe well after the fact that it happened, and you say to them, now, just remember that mine was reported right away. And look what has happened from my phone records. They asked for my phone. They wanted me to give my phone to the tech for 3 to 4 hours. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do that. Yes, there's Grindr. Yes, there's Jacked. Yes, there's all of these things, which I have not been on in years. I can admit that I was on that back in the day.
Jussie, you just scared that Lee Davis is going to find out that you was on Grindr just the other day. That's why you didn't want to give up that phone. But he already knows you've got other problems other than that. You just keep on telling your story, baby.
You know what I'm saying? But I have not been on that in years. But aside from that, it's offensive. And I absolutely resent that narrative. A stick figure hanging from a tree with a gun pointing towards it, with the words that said, Smollett, Jussie, you will die black. There was no address, but the return address said in big red, like caps, MAGA. Did I make that up too?
Yes. Yes, you did. You made that up too. Ain't nobody got no gang called MAGA.
One.
He's supposed to be well-known requesting a report, and so the noose was placed over the friend's neck.
I want that video found so badly because for probably 4 reasons. Number one, I want them to find the people that did it.
They found who did it. Your wish was their command. They found who did it, Jussie.
Number two, I want them to stop being able to say alleged attack.
They don't even say this was alleged attack. This is something that was made up. This was a host that you done made up. Made by you. You got that wish too. You got that wish also.
Number three, I want them to see that I fought back.
I don't know about this one, Jussie. You don't get this one. There was no fighting going on.
And I want a little gay boy who might watch this to see that I fought back. And it does not take anything away from people that are not able to do that. But I fought back. They ran off. I didn't.
How will you be able to heal?
I don't know.
This is your prime time. Get it in. This right here is your prime time, Jussie. Get your crying in.
Let's just hope that they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not go there yet. I was talking to a friend, and I'm here left with the aftermath of this bull. That's not cool to me. I still want to believe with everything that has happened. Because if I stop believing that, then what's it all for?
Okay, Jussie. This interview is over. Let's see where this leads you to. Okay? You're not gonna...
The defendant, Jussie Smollett, is an actor and singer-songwriter who currently appears as a character on the Fox television show Empire. Defendant Smollett currently resides in an apartment in the Chicago Streeterville neighborhood. The people expect the evidence to show that on Tuesday, January 22nd, 2019, Defendant Smollett received a written letter at the Sin Space Chicago Film Studios, which is the facility on the southwest side of Chicago where the Empire television show is filmed. This letter contained written threats directed towards Defendant Smollett and contained a then unknown white powdery substance. The letter also contained cutout letters pieced together which stated, "Smollett Jussie, you will die, Black F," and the word MAGA was handwritten on the envelope where the return address typically is located. This powdery substance has since been determined to be crushed ibuprofen tablets. The letter also contained a drawing of a stick figure, which appears to have a rope around the neck and a gun pointed towards it. Law enforcement authorities were contacted, and the letter was turned over to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is currently conducting forensic analysis of the letter. In January of 2019, and at all times relevant hereto, Defendant Smollett was close friends with an individual by the name of Abimbola Abel Asundero, who is 25 years old. Smollett and Abel initiated their friendship in the fall of 2017. During the course of this friendship, Defendant Smollett and Abel socialized together, exercised together, as well as worked on the Fox television series Empire. Within that working relationship, Abel was a stand-in for a character named Kai, who is a love interest of Defendant Smollett's character on the Empire TV show. Additionally, text messages between Defendant Smollett and Abel revealed that Abel was a source of designer drugs for Defendant Smollett. Specifically, since the spring of 2018 and on several occasions, Defendant Smollett requested Abel to provide him with Molly, which is street name for the narcotic ecstasy. Text messages generated by Defendant Smollett to Abel, specifically starting on the morning of January 25th, 2019, revealed Defendant Smollett asking Abel when he would be leaving on his trip to Nigeria. This trip was scheduled to take place on the evening of January 29th of 2019, and it had been planned by Abel and his brother, Olabenjo Ola Osundero, who's 27 years old, 2 months prior. After Abel confirmed the date and time of his trip, Defendant Smollett texted Abel stating, "Might need your help on the low. You around to meet up to talk face to face?" The two then made arrangements to meet at the Sin Space Studios that afternoon, where Defendant Smollett subsequently drove Abel home to Abel's apartment in the Lakeview neighborhood. During the ride, Smollett indicated to Abel his displeasure that the Empire Studios handling of the racist and homophobic letter he received 3 days prior. Defendant Smollett then stated that he wanted to stage an attack, where Abel would appear to batter him. Defendant Smollett also suggested that Abel's older brother Ola assist him with the attack. Defendant Smollett had met Ola on several previous occasions through Abel. Additionally, Ola had appeared as an extra of the Empire TV show. Abel and Ola are both dark-skinned black males born in the United States with Nigerian descent. When Defendant Smollett and Abel reached Abel's apartment at approximately 5 p.m. on January 25th, 2019, Ola, who was then living with Abel, was summoned into Defendant Smollett's vehicle. Once inside, Smollett asked Ola if he could trust him. When Ola said he could, Smollett detailed his plans of the attack to the brothers. Smollett stated that he wanted them to appear to attack him on the evening of January 28, 2019, near his apartment building in Streeterville. Defendant Smollett also stated he wanted the brothers to catch his attention by calling him an Empire F, Empire N. Defendant Smollett further detailed that he wanted Abel to attack him, but not hurt him too badly, and to give him a chance to appear to fight back. Defendant Smollett also included that he wanted Ola to place a rope around his neck, pour gasoline on him, and yell, "This is MAGA country." Prior to the brothers getting out of Smollett's car, Smollett provided Abel with a $100 bill to purchase the rope, gasoline, ski mask, gloves, and the red baseball caps, which resemble the ones that say, "Make America Great Again." The ride from Cinescape Studios to the Osendera brothers' home and the meeting between Smollett and the brothers is corroborated by CPD pod videos and cellular phone tower data of Smollett's phone number. On the late morning of Sunday, January 27, 2019, Smollett drove his vehicle back to the Lakeview neighborhood to pick up the brothers and show them the scene where he wanted the staged attack to take place. Smollett then drove the brothers to the corner of New Street and North Water Street in Chicago, where the staged attack was to take place. This was just outside of Smollett's apartment building. Further details were provided by Smollett, which included that the staged attack was to take place near the stairs on the southwest corner of New and North Water Streets at 10 p.m. the following night. Smollett also instructed the brothers not to bring their cell phones with them. Smollett directed the brothers' attention towards a surveillance camera on the corner, which he believed would capture the incident. There was a change in the plan in that bleach was going to be used instead of gasoline during the simulated attack. Smollett then drove the brothers home and provided them with a $3,500 personal check made payable to Abel, which was backdated to January 23rd of 2019. On the morning of January 28, 2019, the date of the planned attack, the brothers purchased the clothing items at a local beauty supply store and the rope at a nearby hardware store using the $100 bill that Smollett had given them. These purchases were corroborated by surveillance video and a receipt. Abel also deposited Smollett's check that same day in his own bank account. Later that evening, the plan had changed and the time of the attack had to be pushed back because Smollett's flight into O'Hare Airport from New York had been delayed by 4 hours. Smollett's plane eventually landed at O'Hare at 12:30 a.m. on January 29th of 2019. At 12:49 a.m., there's a phone call between Smollett and Abel, which lasted 3 minutes. During this call, Smollett told Abel the attack would take place at exactly 2 a.m. at the location. Minutes later, Ola ordered an Uber rideshare to his home to leave for the crime scene. Cell phone records and Uber records confirmed this call and the Uber ride. The brothers then took the Uber to the 1400 block of North Wells, where they exited the Uber and flagged down a taxi, which took them to within 3 blocks of the arranged scene at approximately 1:22 a.m. The taxi's in-car video captures the brothers flagging the cab and riding in the back seat. From approximately 1:22 a.m. until approximately 2:03 a.m., video evidence showed the brothers on foot in an area bordered by Lakeshore Drive to the east, Columbus Drive to the west, Illinois to the north, and the Chicago River to the south. Video evidence also showed that Smollett returned back to his apartment from the airport at approximately 1:30 a.m. At 1:45 a.m., Smollett left his building to walk to a nearby Subway restaurant at Illinois and McClure Court. At 2 a.m., the brothers were at the intersection of New Street and North Water Street. However, defendant Smollett did not arrive at the preset time. The brothers then proceeded a quarter block north and waited near a bench until Smollett arrived, which was 4 minutes later. Surveillance cameras captured the brothers waiting at this location just prior to the staged attack. During Smollett's interview on ABC's Good Morning America, which aired on February 14th of 2019, he identified the people shown in the still of that surveillance video as his attackers. Also during that interview, Smollett indicated he was positive these were his attackers. The two men in this video are in fact the Osendero brothers. It was at this time that the brothers staged the attack of defendant Smollett, just how Smollett had instructed them. While the stage attack was occurring, a witness who is an employee of NBC News Chicago had just parked and exited her vehicle around the corner from the location of the stage attack. This witness indicated that she heard nothing at the time of the staged attack, despite the fact that defendant Smollett told CPD detectives that his attackers were yelling racial and homophobic slurs at him, and he in turn was yelling back at them. The stage attack lasted 45 seconds, and it was just outside the view of the desired nearby camera that Smollett had pointed out to the brothers approximately 15 hours earlier. Approximately 1 minute later, video evidence showed the brothers run from the location southbound towards the Chicago River and westbound towards Columbus Drive. Video evidence also captures the brothers entering a taxi at the Hyatt Regency Hotel across the river at 2:10 a.m. Video evidence then showed at 2:25 a.m. the brothers exited the taxi on the 3600 block of North Marshfield Avenue and walked northbound. This was only a few blocks from the brothers' Lakeview apartment, which was also the original Uber pickup location to the stage crime scene. Video shows the brothers walking from where they were dropped off towards their home. 2 minutes after the brothers exited the taxi at 2:27 a.m., defendant Smollett's manager called the police to report the incident. At approximately 2:42 a.m., Chicago police arrived at Smollett's apartment. Chicago police observed that Smollett had a rope draped around his neck. This was captured on police body-worn camera. Seconds later, Smollett asked the police to shut off their cameras. Smollett then made a police report where he claimed he was the victim of an attack in which the offender struck him while yelling racial and homophobic slurs. Smollett also reported that the offenders placed a rope around his neck, poured a liquid chemical on him, and told him this is MAGA country. Defendant Smollett also reported for the first time that 3 days prior, on January 26, 2019, he received a phone call from an unidentified phone number in which an unidentified male caller stated, "Hey, you little F," before ending the call. Smollett also told police that the incident happened near a camera, which he stated should have captured the attack. This is the same camera that Smollett pointed out to the Osendero brothers in preparation of this staged attack. Smollett also told the police that the initial and primary attacker, now known to be Abel Osendero, was wearing a ski mask which covered his entire face, with the exception of his eyes and the area all around his eyes. As stated earlier, the Osendero brothers are dark-skinned male blacks. During the Good Morning America interview, Smollett stated, "And it feels like if I had said I was a Muslim or a Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters would have supported me much more, a lot more." These statements by Smollett further misled the police and the public to believe his attackers were white. On January 29, 2019, at 7:45 p.m., just less than 18 hours following the reported attack, defendant Smollett placed a phone call to Abel, and the duration of the call was 5 seconds. 2 minutes later, Abel called back Smollett, and that call lasted 1 minute, 34 seconds. The brothers then boarded their flight to Nigeria and left the country. On January 30th, 2019, at 10:46 a.m., defendant Smollett called Abel, who was in Istanbul, Turkey, and the duration of that call lasted 8 minutes and 48 seconds. For the next 2 weeks, Chicago Police Department investigated this matter as a hate crime. The Chicago police were able to identify the Osundero brothers as the alleged attackers through an extensive investigation using surveillance videos, pod police videos, in-car taxi camera videos, ride-share records, credit card records, bank records, and a store receipt. On February 13th of 2019, the brothers returned from Nigeria and landed at the Chicago O'Hare International Airport, and they were detained by U.S. Customs. Members of the Chicago Police Department placed them into custody. That same evening, the Chicago police executed a search warrant upon the Osunderos brothers' residence, where they recovered evidence that linked Abel to the Empire TV show. The police had already determined that Ola was affiliated with the show. Following their arrest and through consultation with their attorneys, the brothers agreed to cooperate in the investigation. As more evidence such as text messages, phone records, social media records, bank records, surveillance video, and the receipt from the purchase of the rope was obtained by investigators, this investigation shifted from a hate crime to disorderly conduct. The Cook County State's Attorney's Office approved charges yesterday at 6:10 p.m., and at 5 a.m. this morning, defendant Smollett was placed into custody at the Area Central Police Headquarters.
This bull, were cracked